All right, students, so we have gathered you here because Ms. Borkart mentioned that you are all students who can have strong writers and can work on adding a little more sophistication to your writing, okay? And one way that you can do that, and the way we're going to think about today, is through sentence variety, okay? So you all have a couple chapters written. Kevin, do you have a couple chapters? 3?
Yeah.
And do you, Bryce? Okay,
yeah,
Gabby?
I'm basically done.
Oh, you guys are done.
Done.
Pretty good start. Okay. So I'm going to show you an example. So everybody look at this one with me. So this example is from a little different type of writing, but it has a lot of different sentence structures in here. Some real simple, short sentences, and some sentences that are longer and a little more complex. And what we want to work on with writing with everybody is to vary the kinds of sentences that you use. There's times where you want a real short, simple sentence that's really direct and to the point, and there's other times where you might want long sentences. I've noticed from my work with really strong writers that sometimes really strong writers think that they want to write really long, kind of complicated sentences, but sometimes that's not great. Sometimes you need to shorten them up. So let's look at this one together. Everybody look up here. So a father of 2 comes home on Friday night after working 40 hours a week. He gets paid $7.25 an hour, which is $290 a week before taxes. This is only enough money to buy the essential needs, and it does not include much for enjoyment. Although he works full-time, his family is still living in poverty. The U.S. government should raise the minimum wage to $9 an hour. Okay, so what kind of writing do you think this is, you guys? Persuasive, right. And the ones that you're writing right now are more informative books. So this is a little different example. But the things that I want to mention to you is there's generally three kinds of sentences. I'm not going to do a whole lesson on this, but there are simple sentences which have like one subject and one predicate. Do you guys know what a subject and a predicate are? Okay, so one subject, one predicate. Then there's compound sentences that have like basically 2 subjects and 2 predicates, okay? They're joined together with words like and. So if you look at this example, Bryce and Kevin, this is only enough money to buy the essential needs. It does not include much for his enjoyment. That's a compound sentence. Each of those sentences could be their own sentence, right? But when this was written by Emma Kostecki, who's a student at Cromery in 6th grade, when she was in 6th grade like you guys. And so she decided that this sentence should be 2 because those 2 ideas kind of went together, okay? Then there's something called a complex sentence. Complex sentences are sentences like this one. So everybody look. Although he works full-time, his family is still living in poverty. Okay, those are 2 different ideas, but they're really linked together. If you start a sentence with a word like although or when or if, you have to add a comma and then have a whole nother part of the sentence. That's a complex sentence. Like this part, although he works full-time, if I put a period there, would that be right? No, it's like you know that something is missing in that sentence, okay? So what I want you guys to do with your writing right now is I think we're just going to look at one paragraph, okay? And I want you on your computers to think about and to maybe even count how many simple sentences do you have in that, how many compound sentences, and how many complex sentences you have in that one paragraph. It would be easier maybe if you had a printout, but if you just look at them, let's try it that way, okay? Take a minute and do that.